Hi guys, Freddy here, welcome back to the desktop. And this time the camera is winched up as high as it will go because I would like to present this week Heroquest by MB Games. Something they worked on along with Games Workshop back in 1989. It's a board game, which doesn't seem very role-playing like, but it very much is. This is role-playing light. Let's start off with the back cover. Okay. I will have to zoom it around because this is a massive box. Heroquest is a unique adventure board game. The colourful components recreate a world of magic with dark dungeons and fearsome monsters. Accept the challenge of Heroquest and venture into long-forgotten underground passages, through closed doors and into vaults far beneath the surface of the world. Battle with the foul inhabitants of the Underearth in your search for the ancient treasure. But beware the traps of the evil wizard Morcar. Contents: 35 finely crafted figures from Citadel Miniatures, 21 doors with bases, 15 pieces of furniture, a set of easy-to-learn rules, a beautifully illustrated game board, a pad of character sheets to record your progress, 4 character boards with illustrations of the heroes, 64 full-colour playing cards with spells and weapons, 6 dice, 2 being standard dice and 4 specially printed combat dice, a 32-page quest book, a full-colour screen behind which the evil wizard player plans his moves. And over this side, we have, for many years the land has been at peace. The darkness that once threatened to engulf it is forgotten, but the darkness was not destroyed, merely banished. And now it gathers strength once more, and an ancient evil stirs in the depths of the earth. The land has need of heroes like Rogar and his followers of old. Without them, we are doomed. Dare you take up the challenge of Heroquest and enter the underground realm of Morcar, the evil wizard. There are great treasures to be won if you can overcome their fell guardians. The dark caverns hold many dangers, terrible monsters, deadly traps, and worse. Each game is a unique adventure set in a different underground stronghold. You must explore unlit tunnels and mysterious rooms, rooting out the servants of Morcar wherever may lurk. Every adventure you complete takes you one step closer to becoming a hero, a status that few can claim. Some of you will play part of one of 4 bold adventurers. The Barbarian, a mighty warrior from the borderlands. Few can match him in mortal combat. The Elf, a member of the proud and ancient race whose fighting is matched only by his magical skills. The Wizard, a master of arcane lore whose knowledge and use of magic is unrivaled. The Dwarf, a doughty and fearless warrior with a keen eye for secret doors and traps. One of you will play the part of the servants of Morcar, evil wizard and lord of chaos. With your concealed forces, you can plot against the adventurers. Watch as they fall prey to your monsters and cunning traps. Can you survive the world of Heroquest? Can you become the greatest hero and savior of the land? Developed with Games Workshop. And it's a board game as we open up. For some reason, this box, I bought it off eBay, and they sent me 2 boards. If I can unfold even one of them. And it is a very lovely board at all, indeed. Oops. Can I move it far enough? Nope. This direction has the Heroquest logo on there, and layout of the maps. Now, this looks very static, but when we reach the quest book, we will see how these can be used in different ways. Now, I have a second board, which was easier to open, which is identical. And inside we have loads and loads of lovely things. This is really beautiful. We have the Monster Players screen. A beautiful picture of Morcar the Wizard, the Gargoyle, and lots of other monsters across. And some handy hints, mainly on how traps work, but on different items within the game. Now, it seems like I have 2 separate sets because I can see the different hero characters in here as well as in there. So I was very lucky in what I got. Let's shift these around a wee bit. So we have, that must be the elf. Let's put him in front of something white. Nope, that must have been the wizard because that looks like an elf to me. And we have the dwarf, who is very much in the pose of the White Dwarf off the logo of White Dwarf magazine for many, many years. And we have the Barbarian, stood in a heroic pose. Looks like some paint has been applied to this one, but not much. And we've got lovely items of furniture here. So a bookcase and a cabinet, all with rats and skulls on top of them. We have a crypt there. And these are all just set dressing. A table. Oops. We have doors. So when it's closed, when you open it, you just slot it out and put an open door so people can still see. The game comes with character sheets, because you copy your base stats off. So you would select to be the elf. You are the elf, a master of both magic and the sword. You must use both well if you are to triumph. And the elf gets an attack of 2 combat dice, defend 2 combat dice, and move 2 standard dice, and has 4 mind points and 6 body points. And if you're playing the elf, you would write on character elf, you'd copy on the starting stats, and then as you completed quests, you can write on your family motto, draw a coat of arms, the back's there. It's a tiny little interesting character sheet. And whatever version I got also seems to be Spanish, Hoja de Personage, Spanish, Italian, I do not know. What else have we got in here? Little treasure chests, cards to show where traps and things are. Let's go through the other heroes. So we have the wizard. You are the wizard. You have many spells that can aid you. However, in combat you are weak, so use your spells well and avoid combat. Attack, throw 1 dice. Defend, throw 2 dice. Move, throw 2 standard dice. Mind 6 points. Body 4 points. You are the dwarf. You are a good warrior and can always disarm traps that you find. You may remove any visible traps in the same room or passage. Attack 2 dice. Defend 2 dice. Move 2 dice. Mind 3 points. Body 7 points. And finally, the Barbarian. You are the Barbarian, the greatest warrior of all, but beware of magic, for your sword is no defense against it. For attack, you roll 3 combat dice, defend 2 dice, move 2 dice. You've got 2 mind points and 8 body points. So basically, when you're going into combat, you'll roll the dice. Now the Barbarian will roll 3, and you're looking to get skulls. So he's got defenses there, but the dice are indicated as skull, shield for defense, and we have the sign of chaos or evil, which happens to be a bunny rabbit when you turn it up the other way. A bunny rabbit with a top knot for some reason. For movement, you roll your 2 dice to see whether you... Oh, 11, so he will sprint around the board. He leaps heroically into combat. Or if you roll 2, he trips on a flagstone and doesn't go far at all. And looking at the quest book, we can see that the maps are laid out on the board where sections are blocked off. So these highlighted rooms, the darkened ones, are ones which won't be accessible in this map. Whereas the other rooms, we have monsters in them, you can decorate them with furniture. Does the furniture show on some of the later maps? Yeah, we can see sort of tables in those rooms, the staircase from a higher level. But most of that map is off limits. Lots of monsters, and one player will play the monsters and the others will play the heroes. And as you find treasure and as you complete missions, you will get more powerful. And it's a very basic role-playing game. And we have design your own games, so a blank map there. And let's just have a wee read. So, the maze. This will be your final test before you set forth. Be sure to use all the skills that you have been taught. You must attempt to find your way out. Several monsters have been placed in the maze. They will try to stop you, so take care. Whoever finds its way out first will be rewarded with 100 gold coins. This may be used to buy equipment for the adventures to come. And that's how the game works. It's a really primitive role-playing game. You can spend your money and buy equipment. You can find treasure. And you move around by sort of rolling your move. What other monsters have we got? I showed you the heroes, but we have a goblin. Best to put it against something light so we can see. Pad will work well again. And the goblin. We've got unique to Games Workshop and the Old World, the Fimir. What else we got here? Chaos Warrior. Looks pretty cool. An orc with a meat cleaver. We have the Gargoyle. Straighten his wings and his head, although he can put his head at a cocky angle. With his whip and sword. That is a very cool miniature. We've got some kind of goblin with a sword. What else we got? Oh, skeletons with their scythes. Now these are all really easily recognized. They stand out from each other. It's a very cool set. And that's it. It's a board game. You level up. It's a really good way of getting your kids into role-playing. It's also a really interesting game just to play around with. We have different spells in there. So we have the earth spells, the air spells for your wizards and your elves. We have equipment cards. We have treasure cards. So as treasure, you find a potion of resilience. A potion of resilience, it would take at any time. May there roll 2 extra combat dice in defense when you next defend. The card is then discarded. You find gold, 20 gold pieces. There's a wandering monster. While you're busy searching, a monster stalks up on you and attacks. So the games can be very, very different. There's a bunch of quests there you can play through. And it is a whole load of fun. I really liked Heroquest back in the day. I only played it a few times. I believe I had to give my copy away when I was moving house at one point. But I really liked it. So a few years ago I bought this copy and was lucky enough to get 2 sets. As I've said, I've got all the miniatures there, and I've got a big, crinkly, probably not good for listening on the microphone, bag of second parts. Oh, there's a mummy as well. There was one. Very cool. There are loads more monsters in here, and I'm just not seeing them at the moment. There is like a chaos sorcerer, I'm sure. I'm just finding chaos guys. It's all hooked up. A rack of weapons to decorate the rooms. You've got fireplaces. And as you play the game, let's just move one of the boards out and just decorate a room slightly. You would set up a door. There we go, door entering the room. And that's a cupboard. And it's a table. And then you would populate it with monsters as the map is revealed. So a Chaos Warrior. And as you went around, you would know that there's doors and rockfalls and things blocking the way. That's obviously the top of something. The base has fallen off, but it's a plinth with a book on it. A tomb there. And it's adventure role-playing. I can't really say much more than that. It's a really good game. A load of fun. It's pretty hard to get hold of these days. If you can find it, though, on eBay or something, I really highly recommend it. It is a really great game. And I could witter on lots more. But if you want to hear more about Heroquest and how fantastic it is, I would recommend a video by BardicBroadcasts. I'll link to it below, in which he talks about all of the things which make Heroquest the very best game of all. From the art on the cover, to the game board, to the instructions inside the cover. I forgot to cover those. Assembly instructions showing you how to put all the furniture together and how to assemble the gargoyle. But anyway, that is all I've got to say about Heroquest at the moment. Thank you very, very much for watching. Oh, I just hiccuped. Please like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing, even if I hiccup during it. But most of all, you look after yourselves, and I'll catch you later. Bye.